Wow, that was a fantastic speech. I really, really like that. And I don't have 6 steps, and I don't have a handout, but I'm going to hang out with you for a little bit. And this comes after many job interviews. And there's one particular question that they ask all the time, which is, how do you solve a problem between 2 people? Or how do you solve a problem between 2 colleagues or a customer or whatever it may be, or an issue with process or whatever. It doesn't really matter what the problem is, but it's a conflict. And I've been asked that question many times, and I've been stumped many times. And a nice little map or a roadway helps quite a bit. So my question is, how would you like to have the ability to solve any problem when it comes your way? That would be the question, right? How would you have the ability to do that in a short time? How would you like to ace any problem that comes your way, right? And there's a 3-step method, not 6, but 3.
Okay.
So the first one, and coincidental enough, is the A, which is ask questions, right? So you ask questions to uncover concerns. And C is to clarify the concerns and find common goals. And E is to evaluate solutions that are common to your common goal, right? So I'm gonna go into each one of those and expand a little bit so we get a better idea. Fair enough?
Yes.
Okay, so the A, asking the questions about the who, where, and what. It really doesn't really matter what the emotion is. And here the goal is to take the emotion away. So what is the what? I mean, usually you ask a what question and you get a feeling answer. Oh, everybody does it this way, and the whole department is messed up. Whatever, but you get all this very generalized answer. The thing is to separate the two and get to the actual problem. So once you ID the problem, now you got something to work with. Then here is very tricky because one, right, usually gets engaged into that conversation of the emotional part. Oh, really? Is that what they did? Wow. No way. Right? So we kind of feed into it. The goal here is to separate yourself and get that gap in between. What happened? And put the emotion to the side. Because nothing to do with the emotion. There's nothing you can do with a complaint. Because a complaint is nothing you really can do about it. Who really cares about a complaint, right? All you can do anything about is the actual action, right? What's going on, right? Okay, so now let's move to C. C is clarifying your goals. Now, hopefully you have a common goal in your company or your group to serve your customer better, to deliver orders in a certain time. Well, that would be the goal, the common goal. And it's important to get agreement that that's what you're there for. Like, there's concerns or things, but you're there to serve the customer, and by serving the customer well, then you get paid, right? And the better you serve your customer, the better you get paid, right? So once we have a common goal, then we'll invite solutions from everywhere. And it really doesn't matter. Here's an open forum. You want every solution from everybody. It doesn't matter how ridiculous it may sound at this time, but you want them all. Because you want to acknowledge the person, acknowledge the feeling. By acknowledging the feeling, the fences will go down. Yes, I can see how you feel frustrated about that. I really understand that. Empathize it. Walk a couple steps inside their shoes and see how it feels for a little bit. So that opens up solutions and common solutions, community, right? You start bringing solutions that people cannot agree on. And the more agreement that you get, the easier it will be to implement the solutions. Now, once you have solutions, you have to see feasibility, right? What's real? What can you really implement in what amount of time? So without agreement, and this choose the one solution that appears that is going to work. One thing, there's not going to be a perfect solution. There's going to be something workable, and be happy with that. Okay, and start with that, and put it out on the table. And that's what to put on the table. We're going to come up with something that's workable here. Not perfect for everyone. Not everyone's going to be pleased, but let's get some kind of an agreement going.
Okay.
Put it out there, and then test it. We'll test it if we get a little bit of time for that solution to work, right? And see how it works. If it works, great, fantastic. If not, well, what adjustments need to be made, right? If it didn't work, well, great. Let's start all over again, right? And now this is not a linear process. This kind of mixes and overlays at all given times. It's like the idea is to keep that systematic problem solving in mind. So ask the question to separate the emotion from what's really going on. Get the conflict and concerns and get common goals, and then implement the solutions and test them out. So that would be the answer to those questions. Well, what do you do when you have a problem, Mr. Interviewee? Solve it. Well, we'll ask questions. We'll ask questions to separate the emotions from what's really going on. Get the conflicts, get agreements, find solutions, test the solutions. And welcome to your new job.